The most crucial part of my trading career definitely has to be the hours of preparation during my morning pre-market trading routine. In this video, I'll be sharing exactly what I've been doing as a day trader during my pre-market preparation. I'll be guiding you step by step on how I scan for stocks and do news analysis, how I perform technical analysis on the most profitable stocks, how I create my watch list from scratch, how I trade my plan once the market opens, as well as some pro tips based on over 8 years of experience that I'll be sharing with you today. So if that sounds good to you, please remember to smash the like button, and now let's get started with my pre-market planning routine. So my day usually starts around 4:30 a.m. in the morning, since I live in Vancouver here on the West Coast. My first step I do during my pre-market hours planning is scanning for the best stocks to trade. Selecting the right, profitable stocks to trade is very important because you need to make sure you're choosing stocks that's gonna give you a lot of range, volatility, and volume to profit from. Today, I'll be showing you my strategy step by step on how I find the best stocks to trade during pre-market hours. So over here on my screen, you're looking at my trade idea scanner. This is the scanner I use to find gap ups or gap downs on the stocks every single morning. And you can see over here we have this window here, pre-market top gainers. This is what I use to scan for cheaper stocks or small cap stocks to trade. This window is for large caps. That includes mid caps, big caps, and also the mega caps. And this window I don't use as often, but this is what I use to find the stocks I've gapped down instead of gapping up. So let me show you how I set them up. So really simple here. If you go click the right hand side and configure, you're gonna see my filters. I have my filters set super wide. This is a small cap filter, which we're not gonna talk about, but let me just show you kind of what it looks like. I wanna scan for small caps that's minimum price at $1. And then change from close, 15% minimum. I used to have a market cap here, which you can still do, but I think I just removed it. But for large caps, that's kind of the focus here. So my large cap criteria window is like so. Minimum change is only 2%. Price, $5 to $400. Sometimes I'll increase it to $500 price range. That's okay. Range and volume, I want pre-market to be trading at least 20,000 shares. And market cap, I have, of course, over here. That's my criteria. So whichever scanner you use, you want to make sure you have obviously the symbol, price, the float, percentage change, volume today. That's gonna be the pre-market volume, average daily volume, and the market cap, institutional ownership. And then if you click, so for example, let's say I traded Google on this day. If you click on the stock, you open this up window to see the details about the stock analysis. So you can see that it shows you the float, the huge float, market cap, 1.3 trillion only. And then really important is like the short float. For large caps, generally they're really small, like less than 1%. But when you're trading the small caps, this short float is more significant. So it's from these 3 scanner windows that I'm gonna choose the stocks to trade. So normally, yes, I care about percentage change as well as volume today, which at the time when you're doing this planning pre-market is pre-market volume. So I always lean towards trading stocks that are trading really high volume pre-market. Now for the large caps, same idea. I want to see stocks that are trading really high volume with a huge gap up. So, I've color coded my large cap windows. So the ones that are trading really high volume will stand out with highlighted color. So I'll trade this one. U is a potential as well. Again, 7% gap up, 300,000 shares. Robinhood, this one will also be a good one. As well as Google down here, you can see it's trading 2 million shares pre-market. So that's really high with a 2.7% gap up. Here are 3 free tools for you to scan for stocks and build the exact same watch list. Option number 1, Weibo platform on desktop version. The desktop version of Weibo has a screener feature. Not all of these details like the float, average daily volume, or short interest are there, but it gets the job done. Basically just scanning for the highest percentage gapper on the day each morning during pre-market sessions. Free option number 2 is Thinkorswim platform. Thinkorswim has a built-in scanner that's even available on the paper trading version, I believe. Again, it's not perfect, but the scanner would be able to scan for most gappers every single morning. The same could be said about Interactive Brokers TWS as well. The third free option is Finviz, but the free version of Finviz will only be able to show you the percentage gappers after the market's opened, and it's a 15-minute delay, so keep that in mind. So now that you know how to scan for stocks gapping up overnight to trade with either the free tools or the premium options like I have, there's no excuses not to do these simple steps during the pre-market hours. And for those interested in the Trade Idea Scanner, you can now download my exact Trade Idea Scanner settings in the link down below. Alright, once I'm done scanning for stocks in play that have gapped up overnight and I've narrowed down the selection to 4 or 5 stocks, in the next process is where I'll do my fundamental analysis to build my watch list. Step number 2, fundamental analysis. Most of you probably already know this. Fundamental analysis is a method to find the intrinsic worth of a company's stock by checking its finances, filings, etc. It's very crucial if you're investing in the stocks long term. However, when you are day trading these stocks, your holding period is really short. You're buying and selling the stocks within the same day. So yes, while fundamental analysis still matters, but as a short-term trader, you don't need to perform this analysis as in-depth as you would if you were an investor. During my pre-market fundamental analysis, I'm basically reading all the news catalysts on the 4 or 5 gappers that I've selected from my scanner. Essentially, I want to know why these stocks are gapping up overnight with so much volume. When you're reading the news, you should note any earnings, major geopolitical events, corporate news, mergers, acquisitions, changes in management, basically anything that's contributing to the stocks gapping up or down. I use 2 tools to help me. Number 1 is Benzinga Pro and number 2 is Briefing.com. Let me show you how to use both of these news platforms. So over here, you're looking at Benzinga Pro. This platform is web-based, and it's essentially a news feed service for traders, but also has some scanner components to it. So on the right-hand side, on the Details tab, that's where you see all the news tab over here for the individual stocks. And I use a calendar function in earnings over here a lot to look at the stock's earnings reports. On the left-hand side is a scanner. I don't like their scanner as much as Trade Ideas, so I mostly use Benzinga just for news research. So if we go to earlier on some of the stocks that we looked at, for example, Google on the gap up, I think like 3% gap up that we saw, we can look for why the stock is gapping up. So you can scroll down on the news window and see all the historical news events for the stock. So if you miss one day of trading, it's really easy to find the information you need on any given day. You can see on this particular day, Google stocks gapping out a lot higher on continued momentum following the company's event reveal yesterday. And it's during that event that they talked a lot about AI, including search and including in Gmail over here. So you can see from a lot of these news headlines, analysts love what they saw. And that's why you have a lot of upgrades from Oppenheimer, Bank of America, and JP Morgan the next day. That's also helping with the overall gap up. As you probably know by now, some of my favorite stocks to trade are the ones that are gapping up or down after earnings. And using Benzinga and Briefing are just really quick ways for me to read the earnings news, the headline, as well as the summary. The truth is, most of the work in trading is done outside of market hours and definitely before you enter a position. It's a preparation that you must put into your trades, either pre-market, after hours, or before bed, that's going to give you a better chance of making it in this game. Now it's around 5:15 a.m. or 8:15 market time. With my stocks and news fresh on my notes, it's time for us to do some technical analysis. Whew, so exciting! This is a time where I plan out my trades, do some charting, and plan out my overall trading strategy before the market opens. So, what I'm about to show you is a step-by-step process for creating a trading plan that includes entries, exits, and risk management for regular hour trading as well as pre-market trading. So over here back on my TradingView platform, let's take a look at Google once again. So you can see this day when it gapped up and showed up on our scanner like earlier, it was trading at around 115. Now, if you look at on the daily chart over here, if you zoom out on the daily chart, you can see the stock is gapping up to some major key level on the daily. Now, this could act as resistance, but if it's broken out and held above it, it's gonna become new support. So that's the reason this is the most important area, and that's gonna be what I call the key level on the stock. And if the stock is able to break above that level and hold above it, then you're upside to the next level, which is around 117 over here on the upside for the stock. So when I'm planning for this strategy, by the way, this is also a strategy that I've talked about many times before on the channel, the gap up long strategy. If the stock that gaps up with positive news is able to hold above daily key level, then it's a long on every single dip, especially above VWAP to the upside. So once you've done the basic technical analysis on the daily chart and find the overall sentiment and thesis, step number 2 is to find your perfect entries and exit levels. This step is very important because while yes, you want to see the stock going to hit your price target, in this case 117, 118, you also want to be prepared in case it doesn't go according to your plan. So that's why you need to have a stop out area for risk management. So in this scenario, earlier we talked about the entry will either be a break of the key level 115 on the daily, or every single dip at VWAP here or here, and the price target will be on the daily resistance levels all the way around, this is what, 116.80s and then 118s all the way up here where you see some resistance for the stock, and the most extreme one will be 121. So those will be your price targets. And the stop loss in this case, overall big picture, I prefer to use 115. However, as the stock gets further and further away from your key level, you want to use VWAP as your next stop. You don't want to risk all the way down here. So I'll be longing here over 115 to the upside and have VWAP be the stop loss area. And once I have the basics of my plans with the fundamentals, the technicals, key levels, and entry points, that's when I'll quickly type them out on the watchlist notes, like you've seen earlier, which I'm gonna be sharing with my Humble Trader community members in just a little bit. At 5:30 a.m. local time or 8:30 market time each morning, my team and I do a live pre-market trade planning session with everyone in my Discord community. So all the traders can truly understand our thought process, news analysis, and overall technical analysis sentiment of the stocks in play. At 6 a.m. my local time or 9 o'clock market time, once the pre-market trade planning is done, the written watch list is then posted to my Discord trading community. Very important to note here, learning to build an actionable watch list is not the same as just following buy or sell alerts. When you follow alerts, you're just blindly getting in and out, and you'll learn nothing and will never be able to trade on your own. But when you learn the right process and plan for your own trades, all the entries, exits, key level, and of course, risk management area, you're learning to think for yourself and warming up your trading skills the right way every single morning. You can continue your learning by watching the full video here. And if you enjoy these quick and easy trading lessons, there are many step-by-step trading courses and strategies that you can learn for free. Click this playlist right here.